So we are going to have a overlay data plane.
Sir, but quick question here, like in the last session, when you gave me introduction about VXLAN BGP, in that, like, you mentioned the control plane, the exchange of MAC addresses of host is exchanged via
BGP.
BGP EVPN. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. See, that is one way. That is
Okay.
scalable way.
Okay.
That is EVPN and VXLAN.
Okay.
What we are having now is only VXLAN.
There is, and also you have not enabled any BGP, like nothing.
No
It's
BGP.
just ISIS and VXLAN here in this
ISIS
for
as an
underlay.
underlay
Yeah,
we have, and then for overlay data plane,
VXLAN.
which is going to make the switches 6, 7, and 8 to connect through a tunnel like a trunk link.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm saying trunk link is this CSR 1, 2, 3, and all this fabric inside the circle is going to appear as a trunk link. The reason why I'm doing this, saying this is because it's a layer 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a layer 2. It's a layer 2 overlay which we are going to achieve. Layer 2 overlay meaning it's a layer 2 data plane. It's a data plane without any control plane.
Control. Yeah.
Meaning, can I have a layer 2 overlay without a control plane? Yes, why not? The difference is when you have a control plane like EVPN, it is more scalable because BGP is going to send the updates to the lead only if the updates are needed. Whereas here, I'm going to use the flooding method and
Okay.
flood the MAC
Okay.
address that I learn on CSR1. I
Mm-hmm.
flood it to wherever the tunnel is ending. My tunnel is ending at CSR2 as well as CSR3. So
Mm-hmm.
we got a VXLAN tunnel that is going to carry VPN, sorry, VLAN 100 traffic and VLAN 200 traffic. So these switches will think that it is connected to a layer 2 trunk link. Switch 6 Ethernet 00 is actually a trunk link. Switch 7 and switch 8 Ethernet 00 is a trunk link. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, according to the switch, they are connecting to a trunk link. But in reality, what happens is the traffic from the trunk link is copied. Okay, let me go and explain. Sniffer soon. You know what really happens is from this VLAN 100 via this trunk, the traffic goes here. This guy,
Yeah.
as soon as he finds the tag number 100, he chops it out, he cuts it off, he removes it off, and he maps it to a VNI 4100 through the to
O-
the VNI. What is VNI? VXLAN network identifier. It's like a VLAN ID. So it pops
Mm-hmm.
this 100 off and places it into this one. And this I have mapped to a multicast address 255 dot sorry 225.1.1.1. You see, any address between 220 224 to 239 is a multicast range. I'm using
Yeah.
225, nothing wrong. Okay. And also I'm saying on the same trunk port, on the same gig 3 port, if you find VLAN number 200, you need to map to 4200 VNI, and the multicast address you can use is 225.222. You understand? See,
Yeah.
I'm trying to have two separate VXLAN,
Multi. Okay.
two separate tunnel. If you wish to put both in same, then you give the same multicast
Mul-
number. It is possible. You can have it. But I want to have separate. The link that I shared with you a few minutes before, in there
Mm-hmm.
they will show you using same multicast address for both VLAN 100 and 200.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to have separate, so I'm keeping separate. So what happens?
What difference it would make that, like, because
Nothing.
like VNIs are different,
Two separate
right?
session. Two separate multicast means two separate tunnels, not same
Okay.
tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Two
Okay.
separate
Okay.
tunnels. Now, what happens is I have configured these things on this device, this device. This I have not done. I'm going to do it for you. In this
Okay.
two device, I have done this. As a
Okay.
result, what happens using this multicast, the source group members are discovered. Meaning here, I have configured this as an RP router, rendezvous
Mm-hmm.
point router. I've gone to all this router and say that is the RP. All right, I've said that guy is the RP. As a result,
Mm-hmm.
the multicast control plane, which is acting in the underlay, helps you to negotiate the tunnel, two tunnels. One with multicast is 2551, 225,
Mm-hmm.
22511, another one is 22522. 2000 negotiated. And when 100 traffic comes, it goes like this. And now the traffic is received on the number for 100 and it is placed into 100 and delivered here. And the
Mm-hmm.
traffic that enters here, it pops 200 here, takes 4 200, and then when it is received on the other side, it pops 4 200 and puts 200 and delivers the packet here. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
So popping and pushing happens on both sides. So we are going to have only the data plane, only the data plane, the VXLAN. Only with VXLAN you can ping because you're going to flood the traffic through the tunnel. You're going to flood, but it's not scalable. For scalability, we use EVPN, so that instead of flooding, the updates, the MAC addresses, and the switch IDs, all those things can be distributed as a unicast. Now, question. You have something to ask?
Sir, like, and these tunnels, like the mapping you showed me, sir, VLAN 100 is mapped to
Mm,
VLAN, like VNI
mm,
4100, and we are
mm,
putting it into one
mm,
multicast group.
mm.
Like, this mapping is done via configuration manually, and these tunnels are also configured like as they are part of the
Tunnels are
multi.
dynamically learned through multicast.
Okay.
Very shortly, you will be seeing those things. I'll explain the commands and explain you those things. But did you understand the logic? That is what I want now. Don't worry about the
Yes.
configuration.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to show you the configuration.
What I can I repeat what I like whatever I have understood, sir,
Yes,
if you're
please.
okay.
I'm,
So what I like in this particular topology, what we are doing is, we just have IGP for reachability purpose, and we are running just VXLAN and not the just the data plane and not the control plane, right? Why we, and what your aim, like I
wait,
understood, is
we
to
not only
show
have IGP, we also have multicasting.
multicast, right? Okay, multicasting also, and rendezvous point is R4, right? And can we have like one for one multicast group, like it
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
R4 and
That is, for that you
R2?
need to have a PIM version 2, PIM version 3. Source specific.
Okay.
No, that is not needed. It's not a multicasting
Okay.
topic. Don't get into that.
Okay, no worries. And what, like, with just VXLAN also we can achieve like this like this fabric is acting as a trunk, connection, and we can and the MAC addresses are learned via like flood and learn, like normal as a switch, like how switch behaves. This fabric is behaving in similar way. And what it does is, like, as we have done this mapping, as soon as, let's say for example, on switch 6, like that connection to CSR1, when a VLAN packet comes in, it removes the VLAN ID, it maps it to the VNI, okay, and then send it to the destination.
Other end of the
Basically,
tunnel.
tunnel.
Another end of the
Okay.
tunnel, which is another leaf. And then
Okay.
there the VNI is removed, popped off, and the
And
corresponding VLAN number is pushed in, attached in.
And one question, sir, let's say this flooding and learning is done, okay?
Hmm,
Once, like,
hmm.
communication between, let's say, VPC 9 and VPC 11 is done, okay? In that case, like on CSR 1 and CSR 2, like how this, like, control, like the information is feeded, let's say in
I'll
case of
show you.
routing table. Okay.
I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you. That is what the table, the
Yeah.
domain table will have. Domains.
Okay.
We'll create layer 2 domains, layer 2 bridge domains. That's a bridge domain
Okay.
means what? Layer 2 domain. In there you will
Sir,
see the
can you?
table.
Okay. Okay.
Now, listen carefully.
Yeah.
I already have multicasting enabled on all this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll show you how I configure on CSR3.
Okay.
This is CSR3. Show IP PIM interfaces. You see, these three interfaces are running sparse mode.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? Very simple. You go here, the global mode first, IP, multicast, routing, multicast, routing, distributed. This is the command. You enable
Mm-hmm.
multicasting, and then you go under each interface, let's say loopback 0, IP, PIN, sparse mode. That's it. You need to put this command on all three interfaces. You got this?
Mm-hmm.
Did you understand?
Okay.
Next, IP, PIM, RP address, the address of this router, 2.2.2.4.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Okay. That is the
Okay.
end of multicasting. If you see here, show IP, M, show IP, show IP, PIM, RP, PIM, RP, show IP, PIM, RP. See, it says this is the RP address. Correct, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is next is you have ISIS. As a result, you can ping RP and you can ping all CSR devices like 1111, 1112. This is the one to which you're going to negotiate tunnel, this Lubex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, which means your L3 is, means your leaf 3 is ready with the underlay. Your underlay is ready now. Are you convinced?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are going to overlay. What is needed for overlay? What is needed for VXLAN? First thing, you see, we have finished this point, IP unicast reachability to the VTAP addresses. Means you're picking the Lubex, right? This point.
Mm-hmm.
Second is I've
Yeah.
enabled PIM.
Yeah.
And now we are going to create the NVE interface, meaning that is the tunnel interface, VXLAN
Okay.
interface. You got it? VXLAN interface. See, show, run. I don't have that interface in this device. You will not see any of that NVE interface. You see, I have gig Ethernet, I have loopback interface, I have gig Ethernet, and there is no interface called NVE. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
nothing. But if you see in the CSR2, show IP interface brief. You see, I have an interface called NVE, but in CSR3 show IP interface brief you don't have. Got it? So
Yeah.
CSR3 leaf 3 is not having any VXLAN configuration now. Okay. Now I'm going to do fresh. It's very fresh. Okay. Interface NVE. You can use any number between 1 to 4096. I'm giving
Mm-hmm.
1. All right. Now this is the tunnel interface. This needs to use a physical interface, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got two physical interface. That is why we want to use loopback interface. You got it?
Yeah.
So the command is like this: source interface loopback 0. You understand why we give this command? Source interface loopback 0? Because I want this interface to be
Source.
the source so that others can reach me even if one link, physical link is available. Even if one link
Yeah.
is available. Okay, that's the reason why I'm using loopback. So I say source interface, source hyphen interface, loopback 0. What is loopback 0 here? Do you see that? 1.1.1.3.
Yeah.
Huh? This one. Okay. Loopback 0. Next. Through this tunnel, what are the multicast address that should work, that should operate? These are the things. Member NVI, this is just an example I have written. Member NVI means network virtualization. Sorry, uh, sorry, VNI.
VN.
VNI,
Yeah.
VXLAN network identifier. And I'm going to say 4100 for, sorry, 4100. Well, the reason why I use 4000 is in some operating system you can start from 1000. But in this operating
Uh-huh.
system, you can start only from 4000. So in this example, which I have here, has got 7,115, but this is not the one which I'm really using. One minute, please. I want to edit this. 4,100. And the multicast, this command will not work in this operating system. So in this operating system, you need to say mcast. Okay, that's the syntax. So a slight variation
Mm-hmm.
will be there between operating systems. Okay, here these people are giving some group of multicast address. I just want to give only one. Okay, where are you? So keep it here. Save. Okay. So see, we are going to have two member VNI. Okay, two member VNI. Why? Because I have two VNIs. Member VNI, this, you see, you have a command called mcast, not multicast. But in some operating system, it will be multicast. And I want to use the group 225.101. And for another member, you can have any number of members, okay? VNI 4200 is for VLAN 200. Mcast, you can use the same one.
Mm-hmm.
VNI 4200. I'm going to use different MCAST address. 225.2.2. All right. And say no shutdown. Okay, don't forget to say no shutdown. This is a virtual interface. You should bring it up. Okay. Next is the second thing is you see this first creating a network virtualization endpoint interface is done. Next is so a few more things is still left. You need to go to the physical interface, which is the physical interface that is connecting down to the end device, G3, isn't it?
Yeah.
G3 is the one which is going to feed you 100, 200 traffic. So you need to go to interface G3 and say service instance. Okay, service instance 1 Ethernet. That's the type. Ethernet type traffic is going to come. All right, you see, service instance I use the number 1. You can use any number from 1 to blah blah. Okay, next.
Okay.
I want to encapsulate dot 1 queue 100 traffic. Sorry, I want to receive the traffic on G3 which is encapsulated with 100 VLAN. You understood the logic now? Take the
Yeah.
traffic VLAN 100, put it in instant 1, enter, exit. Next, service instance 2, Ethernet, encapsulate dot 1 queue 200. You got you understand now? We are taking each
Yeah.
VLAN in different instance.
Like sub
Yeah, but
interface
this is
based.
layer 2 instant. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Layer 2
Yeah.
instant. Now, next is, no shut here. The next is create the virtual switch. Create the bridge domain. Uh, virtual switch. Let's create a virtual switch. The command is bridge domain domain. I'm going to create bridge domain 10. You see, we are creating what? See, mapping the VLAN to bridge domain. That's the step we are in. You got it?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Create the bridge domain. Here is the step. You need to call the member, the physical member, and the instance. All right. So bridge domain 1, member interface, member gig Ethernet 3, and then the service instance that's supposed to go with bridge domain 10 is service instance 1. You know who is service instance 1? The one which is carrying VLAN 100. You got it?
Yeah.
Enter. All right, this is done. And then, okay. So this is a member of what? Exit from here. This is a member of 4100 VLAN, isn't it? Mhm. VNI 4100. You got it? So 4100, you are mapping to VLAN 100. That is entering in G3. You got it?
Yeah.
You put all of this in bridge domain 10. You understand how it is combined? Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, let me do for bridge domain 20. You will understand. Bridge domain 20 member VNI 4200. Correct or not? I am
Yeah.
taking this and putting into uh, member member Giga Ethernet 3 instant Giga Ethernet 3
Sorry.
service instant 2. You understood the logic now? Don't
Yeah.
forget. No shutdown for the bridge domain. Bridge domain 10. Bridge domain 10 also no shutdown. All right. Now what is next? Yes, we have done it. We run this part. Okay. This is an optional one. What is this? Rewrite English tab pop one symmetric. This go.
If
This goes under the physical interface. This is the one which is going to say pop the VLAN number. Don't keep the VLAN number. Okay. Interface G3. G3. I need to go into the service instance. Service instance 1. Service instance. No. Service instance 1. Ethernet. Um, that's it. Ethernet. Service. This is not correct one. This is different. This is according to another operating system. This is not a correct one. What's happening? I don't understand. Something is here. Oh, I'm not able to edit it.
Okay.
I don't know why it's. Okay, so this is not the right syntax. Not service hyphen instance, simply service instance. One, and
Yeah.
then here we need to say pop the VLANs. For that, the command is rewrite increase. As the traffic comes in increase, you need to take the tag, pop it off. One means not all tags, just one tag. Because I'm
Outermost.
having two separate tunnel. For VLAN 100 separate tunnel, VLAN 200. If you have done, if you are going to say for all VLANs, then you say two, number two. I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
for a separate VLAN, so I'm saying one symmetric, meaning for increase it will pop VLAN and then put what VNI, and for when I say
Yeah.
symmetric, what it does is for egress it does the reverse. It pops the VNI, puts the VLAN. That is what the meaning of.
Okay.
No
No
need to
need
say
to
egress again.
do that. Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have done everything. Let us verify. Show VNI NVE peers. See, no peers right now, right? Now let me go to this switch. In this switch, show interface trunk. Right now there is no trunk. Interface Ethernet 0/0. Switch port trunk encapsulation .1q. Switch port mode trunk. Okay, one more thing. Interface Ethernet 00. I should say no shutdown. Okay, and then interface Ethernet 0/1. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 100. No shed. You're able to follow, right?
Yeah.
0
Yes, sir.
slash 2. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 200. No shed. All right. Let's verify the switch side now. Show interface run. I have a trunk properly configured. It is allowing VLAN 100 and 200. Now let's go here and put an IP address for this computer. 10, sorry, IP is 100.100.100.3. Okay. I have already used 1 and 2.
Okay.
100.1 is this one. 100.2 is this one. 100.3 is this one. Okay.
Okay.
Now, likewise, this one is going to be another subnet IP 200.200.200.3 24. All right. So now I want to check whether these guys have IP address, which I configured earlier. So no IP. Let's put IP. IP is 200 or 200 or 200 or 2. Am I right?
Yeah.
This should be what?
100.100.100.2. And switches are
Already.
configured,
Switches
right?
are
With the
configured
this.
and saved. 100 or 100 or 100 or
Two.
I do not do the must. This one will be 200.1. IP is 200 or 200 or 200 or 1. 24. to IP 100.100.100.120. Now we got this IP address. Let me quickly check once the switch show interface trunk, show interface trunk. You see it is there. Yeah?
Yeah.
Likewise, the switch also, let me check. Show interface. Okay,
Can you also check that access show VLAN brief, sir?
show VLAN brief. Yeah. Now
Yeah. Okay.
I would like to go back to CSR3, which we configured.
Yeah.
CSR3. See, there are some verification commands I have written here. Where is that? You don't have it? Okay, I have a notepad which I recently created. Let me bring it for you. I put the verification commands down. This notepad I'll be giving you. All right, let's verify using this command. Show VNI. Show NVE VNI interface NVE1. See, for this one, this is the multicast. For this one, this is the multicast. It's a layer 2 data plane mode. You understand? It's not a control plane. You don't. There is no BGP, and these VNIs are
Mm-hmm.
up, and the bridge domains are 20 and 10. Perfect. Nice output. Next, show NVE interface NVE1, and this says this is the source address. All right, and then this is
Yeah.
a layer 2 data plane. There are two VNIs in this, and this is the default port number. If you want to change the port number, you can do it. This is the default VXLAN port number 4789. Don't forget. Okay, it is administratively up, operationally up. Encapsulation is VXLAN. You got it? Okay.
Yeah. What VXLAN this port is like, sir?
Yeah, it's a destination
Destination
port
port. It
number.
is saying.
This is the port number. To change the port number, I have given you the link now. There they will show you the command to
Yeah.
change the port number if you want to have your own port number. This is the default port number. Always it
Okay.
is 4786. Okay, next. When you put the same command with the detail, you get some more additional information. In detail, it says this is the one which is going to use this multi-guest address and it is up. This is the one which is going to this multi-guest and it is up. Right, and then last command, show NV peer. As of now, no peer because we have not pinged, okay? Uh, show, one more thing I want to show you before I ping, show bridge domain 10. You see, there is no MAC address so far learned. This is where you will see the MAC address. This is the question you were
Okay.
asking, okay? It says,
Yeah. And sir, yeah.
it
Go ahead. Go ahead.
says VNI for 100 is service instance 1 mapped to Ethernet, gig Ethernet 3. Okay, it is not talking about
Yeah.
VNI 4200. We'll find why it is not showing. Maybe bridge domain
Mm.
20. I have not properly configured. Show one.
No, but
Let
we
me
have
check.
just you have looked for bridge domain
Let
10,
me
right,
check
sir?
what I have configured. Bridge. Oh, I checked only bridge domain 10. Okay, I simply
Yeah.
said bridge
Yeah.
domain now. Okay, it shows for 220 also.
Okay.
Okay, what was your question?
Sir, now we have created one NVI interface. Okay. Under that, we have created
This is
multiple
for one
service
tenant.
instances. Correct?
For another tenant, you will have another VNI, NVE. For one customer, why you need more tunnels, more NVEs, more virtual interface?
Okay.
Inside that only we
Okay.
have instance. No, see, one customer I have
Right.
multiple instance. So this NV
Right. Okay.
interface, I'll give one for each customer. NV interface. Huh? We'll talk about those things later. Now,
Okay. Okay. No worries.
um, the virtual interface one, but inside I have, as you said earlier, like sub interface. I have different instance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what is next? So far, you don't see any MAC address, but when I ping, you see what happens. I'm going to ping from this guy. I'm going to ping. See, the first time I'm pinging, okay, 100 or 100 or
Yeah.
100 or 1. I'm reaching
What is 13, sir? Like,
IP
is it
show. Let
200?
me see. Okay, it is 100, 100, 103. So I'm trying to ping 100, 100, 100, 1 and 2. Hmm. So there may be because of multicasting. Let me check the multicasting. It may be because of multicasting. Where can I check? I'll go to R5 and see. R5 or on CSR3 I need to check first the multicast. Show IP pin RP. It's nicely showing. For this guy I need to go here. For this guy I need to go here. All these things are looking beautiful. And I want to see whether this guy R4 and R5 next R5 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 show IPM route. Aha, this has got no idea uh, about this guy. It knows RP, but it is not learning the S comma G source comma group. Let me go to 4. Then I need to do any cast RP. Let's see. Show IPM route. What? How is this possible? I did not save. That's the problem. Show IP interface brief. Show IP. Show PIM. Show IP PIM interfaces. Aha, this is the problem. RP is not ready. You understand what has happened here? IP
Yeah.
multicast routing distributed. Okay. IP PIM RP address RP address IP PIM address is to that 4. And then I want to say interface array interface loop at 0 IP pin sparse mode interface range Ethernet 0/0 IFN 2 IP pin sparse mode. Okay, now I'm expecting go back to CSR 3. Looks something great. Okay, now I'll go to R4 now and see whether the group members are around IP, show IP pin, show IP member. Wonderful. I can see. See, there's a group member coming and registering. These are the two multicast address. Yeah? Okay, so
Yeah.
good. Let me go to R5 and check the same. Uh-huh. It is okay if R5 is not coming. It will come in some time when I initiate some traffic. I'm going to initiate traffic from this guy 13, VPC 13 once again. VPC 13, ping again this guy. What is this? Let me try pinging from VPC 9. VPC 9, ping 100 or 100 or 100 or 2. Okay, this is working. 100.100.3. Uh-huh. So there is something wrong with,
Maybe.
there's something missing on CSR3. No problem. Before that, let me show you on CSR1 right now. If you go, CSR1 will show you the MAC address table which you want to see. Show bridge domain 10. You see, this is the local MAC address of the local computer connected on
Mm-hmm.
G3 forwarding plane, layer 2 forwarding plane 1. All right. Now I'll say 20.
Okay.
In 20, as of now, no ping, so no learning. I'm going to ping again. Are you ready? I'm going to ping from
Yeah.
VPC 10. Ping 200 or 200 or 200 or 2. And it's pinging. Now if you go to CSR1, you will see the packet. Look at this. The local MAC address is this, and the remote MAC address is connected to this address. Who is this? CSR2. You got it? This is where this guy is
Yeah.
connected. All right. Now let's troubleshoot this. Why this is not working? Go to CSR3. Show IPM route. This is not knowing the source. There is a problem in learning the source. There is a problem in learning the source. It's not learning the source. Um, show IP bridge, show bridge domain here. There is nothing learned. It has learned the local MAC address, but it is not learning from a remote. It's because of multicasting. And easy to
Okay.
troubleshoot. You see, if you can see when I ping 14, wait, I'm going to ping from 14. Ping 200 or 200 or 200 or 1. You see, the ping won't happen because of multicasting problem, but you will see that table getting updated. 20. Now you see the local MAC addresses. So VXLAN here is working fine, but the multicasting is the problem. Why it's not learning? Why it is not learning? I want to see why you are thinking. This guy is not giving the source to this guy. Multicasting is the issue. Show IP PIM RP. RPs are fine. This goes on registers. But when this becomes a source, go to R4. What is wrong with R4? Show IP PIM interfaces. Is this interface running? Yes, it is running. It's running source mode. What about 3? It is running. When the tunnel interface has come, you see, the tunnel interface has also come. But why the ping is not happening? The multicast distribution is not happening because this guy do not know the source. Show IP PIM interfaces. Let me write thing. Show run interface G3. In G3, what I have said is service instance. Okay, this it's an option one. That is not the reason. That command is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put that one before I forget. This one. It's an option one. That is okay. If you go to CSR2, you will see the peers. Enable show NVE peers. You see a peer, okay? You see a peer which is 1111, but there should be another peer 1113. We are troubleshooting. The peers are not getting identified. It's all multicasting issue. I'm thinking why this multicast table is not. You know multicasting, right? Show IPM.C. We are not
Yeah.
learning the source. We have learned the group, but we are not learning the
Yeah.
source. It needs to go to RP and learn the source. When you go to CSR2, show IPM route, you can see I now found the problem. I now found the problem. The problem here is this is normal multicasting. Even if you see on CSR1, show IPM route, it's normal multicasting. But in CSR3, I have enabled C bidirectional. This is the issue.
Okay.
In normal one, if you see, it's not bidirectional. I want
Right.
to remove such bidirectional configuration from here. Show when I have put something when I was configuring multicasting. Let us see what I have done. IPPIM RP address. Okay, IPPIM bidirectional enabled. What about the other switches? Show run. Even here I have enabled bidirectional. Uh, the override bidirectional is given here. Here it is not given. Okay, I got the problem. It was one additional command, unnecessary command I have given. So I'm going to go to R3, leave 3 and say IPPIM RP address 2.2.2.4. That's all. This solves the problem. There is no other problem, okay? See the time has come up. Now it's going to ping. Shall we ping now? 13. 13,
Yeah.
13, 13, 13. You see, now the ping will go very easily. See how quick it is. Not even a single packet.
Yeah.
You can ping 100, you can ping 100.2. Likewise, I can ping from 14 200.1 as well as 200.2. And now when I ping 200.2, I'm going to show you the MAC table. Are you ready for that? You see,
Yeah.
show bridge domain. Look at this, how beautiful it is. It says for bridge domain 1, which is instant 1, this MAC address is in this switch 2. This MAC address is in local. This MAC
Mhm.
address is in switch 1. Likewise for bridge group 2, that is VLAN 200. Now, you understand this one? This table very well?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
now let's check the peers. Show NV1, show NV peers. See? Um, we have two peers for two different VNIs.
VLAN.
VLANs.
VLAN. Yeah.
Okay, so it is easy if you will follow this notepad. I have configuration for this multicasting also for you to refer to. Don't
Mm.
go with bi-directional, okay? And then sparse mode, and then these explanation what you do step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, and here is an example configuration. This is example sample. All right,
Mhm.
sample configuration. Here I have only instant 1. You create instant 2 also. Same like what I showed you in the video. Right. So this
Yeah.
one I'm putting in the mail for you. Okay, I'll send you in the mail. Uh,
Sir, like tunnels. What like can you yeah here on L3 on CSR3 like we don't see those like
these
VTEP
are all
tunnels
VTEP
right here.
addresses. This is VTEP address.
Okay, virtual tunnels.
Show
Okay,
IP interface brief. You see, this is the tunnel interface IP address. This get
okay,
created
tunnel 0
automatically.
tunnel 1. Mm-hmm.
This is what the VTAP virtual tunnel endpoint. But this is what automatically creates for multicasting data plane. Sorry, multicasting control plane to communicate. Don't worry about the tunnel one. This is what VTAP. That is what you will see in
Okay,
the domain or VTAP address. Tunnel starts from here, ends here in order to reach this MAC address. Tunnel starts from here, ends here in order to reach this MAC address. You got it?
but we have two
Yeah.
tunnels here, right, sir? One going to CSR2 and
See,
another going to CSR1.
yeah, this is CSR2 address. This is CSR1 address.
Yeah, but when you did show IP interface, we just saw tunnel 0 there,
See,
right?
all these are virtual. This is service instance 1. This is service exit interface is only one. Understand? This is multi-point tunnel. Your
Okay,
source interface is
okay.
tunnel 0. You are
Mm-hmm.
literally going in that form of tunnel. See, tunnel means what? Encapsulation. You are
Right,
encapsulating with this
right.
one when you are going to this address. When you are encapsulating with this one when you are going to this MAC address. That is what I mean tunnel, two tunnels. Two different destination
Okay,
address encapsulated. But the source address is the same tunnel 0 interface. Yeah? You
okay,
see,
okay.
this is that's why in the other day I was talking from VPLS. It's a multi-point tunnel endpoint. So your tunnel starts from here. One point is ending here. The other point is ending here.
Okay,
It's the same
okay.
tunnel with two. remote endpoints. Likewise, this tunnel starts here, it ends here and here. Channel starts here, one end is going here, the other end is going here. Multi,
Okay.
multi, multi, multi-point tunnels, not point to point. You are talking
Yeah.
about point to point.
Uh, yeah.
See, if you want point to point tunnels, then you need to create different NVE interfaces. I have only one
Right.
NVE interface. Okay, I have NVE1. You need to create multiple NVE interfaces, and you need more loopback interfaces. Then for each NVE, you need to have separate. That is for multiple tenants. Here, same customer, single customer with different VLANs. They need a layer 2 connection. Now, any questions you want to ask in this what we saw?
Uh, so far good, sir. Like when you're talking about, when
Let
there
me
is
read.
another customer.